It gives customers a chance to see what's coming up in future releases, and it gives them a chance to actually get used to what might be a different workflow if something changes. So you can go into your next environment and then actually test these features out.
Welcome to Mastering Service Titan, where you get expert advice from power users. I'm your host, Josh Liu, and today I'm joined by Carla Lynn, the Customer Marketing Manager here at ServiceTitan, and we are diving into the 2026 winter release highlights. So we won't go over the entire release notes and everything. That's a little long. We'll link it in the description. Just wanted to cover some of the highlights to bring some awareness to what ServiceTitan is working on. So Carla, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We're going to dive straight in. So we got 4 big release highlights to cover. We're going to talk about field mobile app enhancements. We'll talk a little bit about adaptive capacity rule builder with Atlas, the 3-way matching in accounts payable, and then end-to-end construction management. So those are the big 4 highlights we'll cover, and then we'll give you a sneak preview at some pre-releases as well. But for the first one, Carla, field mobile app enhancements. Can you tell us first what this is?
Yes, so Field Mobile App, I'm sure most of our customers have either heard of Field Mobile App or been using it themselves over the last couple of months. But these are essentially a collection of updates, and it includes smarter tools for communications, payments, and project management. Some of the big things to get excited about here is technician appointment summaries. It also includes optimized views for estimates in tablets and the ability for technicians to search and view project details for when they're assigned to a specific job.
Very cool. I know. So it sounds like a lot of updates for projects, which will mean a lot for those customers who are doing bigger jobs, maybe jobs that take multiple days, things like that.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty much end to end because it's all about simplifying those everyday workflows. I kind of group it around the theme of making it faster and more reliable to deliver service. Documentation and communication, for example, with those appointment summaries, it creates visibility for the end customer, but also creates collaboration between the field and the office team so that there's constant immediate visibility into what's going on.
How do customers turn it on or get access?
So if you have not done so already, the best way to see these features in action is to download the Field mobile app on Android, on iOS. There has been a migration ongoing over the last couple of months as we're slowly moving customers over to the Field mobile app. So if you haven't yet, now would be a great time to download the app and just get comfortable with these workflows, because you could also then potentially bring your technicians on even sooner and get access to these features immediately.
And a little side tangent for those who don't know what the Field mobile app is, if you're living under a rock, we did an episode with David Erickson. He's the product manager overseeing the Field mobile app. And so if you search back in our episode history, you can listen to that to see what's new about it. And then we also had Tim Newhook talk about change management with technicians, because he trains a bunch of technicians on mobile and all of this. So that's another great episode to dive into if you're just like, what the heck is Field mobile app, and dive in for the first time. But yeah, like Carla said, it's available in the App Store or Google Play Store. You can download it right now and just start playing around with it. So next one, adaptive capacity. The rule builder with Atlas, I believe, is the new release. I know adaptive capacity was like very, very exciting for our customers. And so what is this new enhancement with Atlas?
So Atlas is ServiceTitan's AI-powered sidekick. So those who joined us at Pantheon last year would have heard all about it. But what we're talking about here specifically is how it works within adaptive capacity and creating strategic rules. In adaptive capacity, Atlas can now be used as a co-pilot, and it will provide guided and intelligent recommendations for creating strategic rules. So instead of having to go in creating these strategic rules very manually, not sure if you're doing it right, it can get very complicated. You can now do it very quickly and easily.
Awesome. Do you have any examples of what a strategic rule might look like and how people would have to set it up before versus how easy it is now?
Basically, what you can do now is when you are within strategic rules, you can still go Both options are there for you to use. If you know how to create strategic rules, you like the existing workflow, by all means do it. But if you're looking for a faster and easier way to do it, you are going to go into adaptive capacity, into strategic rules, and then there's a button you now can click that says Ask Atlas. You click on Ask Atlas, it'll open a UI for you, and you are going to give Atlas a couple of prompts. So basically, you can say, decrease general capacity by 20% until March. And then Atlas will walk you through exactly how to set up these rules so that it gets to exactly how you need it to be done.
Wow, that sidekick it's cool to see it start to be implemented all over ServiceTitan in different areas. So I'm excited to see where Atlas gets infused next within the platform, because strategic rules seems like something that's a little bit more, dare I say, like customized and maybe a little bit of work. And so it's cool to see that you can just use our natural language and ask Atlas and it'll guide you through that setup.
It makes it so much quicker. So it'll accelerate time to value, but it'll also accelerate how quickly you're able to create these rules. So if you just quickly want to change your capacity for an upcoming holiday, or if there's a weather event coming in and you quickly need to adjust towards that, here you go. Super quick and easy.
Perfect timing, because as of this recording, I do hear this weekend there's going to be a crazy winter storm hitting a big part of our country. And so this is a great one to take advantage of to help you build those custom rules. So yeah, if you're on adaptive capacity, go check out the rule builder with Atlas. Do they have to turn this on, or what's the next step to use it?
This is automatically enabled for our adaptive capacity users. If you don't have adaptive capacity enabled, this would actually be a great time to reach out to your CSM to learn more about the feature, and then they'll organize a demo and get you started on that.
And we did an episode with Zach Kays, I want to say a couple of weeks ago as of this recording. So if you are brand new to adaptive capacity and want to learn more about how he set it up, any advice he has on all of that, what it is, why use it, go check out that previous episode. I have a feeling we're going to have so many links in this one. So yeah, we'll link that one in the description as well. Moving on to the next highlight, this is an update to accounts payable. We've got three-way matching. What is three-way matching?
This is an automated accounting feature that reconciles vendor bills by matching them against corresponding purchase orders and the item receipts. So it's essentially to ensure that what you're being charged for is matching what has been on the invoice, to make sure all bills and payments are going through the correct checks and balances, so that there isn't any discrepancies, or potentially there's a chance that you're overpaying for something that you shouldn't be. So it protects the bottom line by eliminating the manual line-by-line reconciliation of having to go into all these items individually and checking that all these numbers match up. So this frees the accounting team to focus on higher value tasks and lowers the overall operational costs.
This one sounds awesome. We love our automations here at ServiceTitan. And if you are on the accounting team listening to this one, definitely want to check it out. And if you're not, please send this to your fellow accountant and they'll be super stoked, I'm sure. Do they have to do anything to turn this on?
It comes with the default settings for our Commercial Plus customers, but it is available as an add-on feature. If you do not have accounts payable set up for your account, again, reach out to your CSM, set up a demo, and take it from there. But I've seen it in action, and it's a pretty great feature if you're dealing with a lot of bills and POs.
Got it. So it sounds like this one's one of the advanced automations within accounts payable that's an add-on. And I believe accounts payable itself, everyone should have. But yeah, double check with your CSM and we can get you set up or answer any questions there. For the fourth one, end-to-end construction management. This sounds like a big one.
Yes. So this is also a combination of multiple feature updates that we're all just rolling into one overall theme. So it's essentially a centralized host of tools, including submittals, daily logs, document commenting, RFIs, and change orders, designed to make construction projects easier to manage from a single hub. Why this is really exciting is it breaks down communication barriers between subcontractors, general contractors, and office teams. So this ensures that everyone works from the latest project versions, and improves coordination and helps deliver large-scale projects on time and within budget.
How does this work compared to what you previously had to do? Do you know if it was like a bunch of workarounds before or like now it's all centralized? What's the new?
It's not that it's fully changing the workflow, but it builds on what has been there. So, for example, with document commenting, you're all working on one source of truth, one document where everyone's comments are recorded and managed. So it just enhances communication across all different teams and stakeholders. If you have been using these tools for construction and it's been a good experience, you're in for a great surprise because it's just going to be working even better, and it's just about increasing that visibility across all the different teams.
I know construction's a topic we haven't covered much on this podcast, and this might be the first time we're talking about it on the show actually. And so I'll have to bring on a customer who specializes in construction to dive more into this. Do you know if this is included in ServiceTitan Core or is it a different package entirely?
This one is very much specific to our construction customers. I believe you need to be part of a specific package to have most of these features unlocked for you. However, what I would recommend is whether you're a residential or commercial construction customer, that's when this would be relevant to you, is to go to our release hub, and we've organized all these different updates based on residential construction and commercial construction. Go into the release hub and it captures all these different updates. So the big ticket items like document commenting that I mentioned, but also a bunch of other usability updates and enhancements that should fit into your existing workflow.
If people don't know what the release hub is, can you share what that is?
Yes. So previously, we have documented all our release notes on one big, fat, long page within the knowledge base. It can be quite overwhelming if you step in there because there's a lot of updates with every release. For this immediate release that went out on the 12th of January, ST76, there was over 28 individual line items. So just to search between all these things for something that's relevant to you can be a little bit overwhelming. So what our knowledge base team has done is they have now centralized these updates into what is called the release hub. So now you can easily jump to different sections that's appropriate to you, whether it's within pro products, whether it's commercial construction, and it includes walkthrough videos. It includes links to all the different areas where you might need extra information. And more excitingly, this knowledge base release hub is being updated before the release actually happens. So it gives customers a chance to see what's coming up in future releases, and it gives them a chance to actually get used to what might be a different workflow if something changes. So you can go into your next environment and then actually test these features out before it gets rolled out into the real environment.
Perfect. So yeah, that sounds really exciting. Be on the lookout for the release hub in our description. I'll try to link that one like right at the top so people have one central place to go. And keep an eye out for future releases in the release hub to have everything centralized there. So speaking of new things like previews, do you have any sneak previews for us or pre-releases to look out for coming up next?
For what's coming in the next release, that is actually something I'm working on today. So I am not quite able to give that away just yet. We're just confirming with our different product teams. But I do want to reinstate that we are trying to give customers as big of a heads up as possible. And we will be promoting this in masterminds. If you haven't joined masterminds yet, it's on Facebook. It's where you can connect with ServiceTitan as well as other ServiceTitan users. So we'll be sharing all the pre-releases over there as soon as we have everything organized on our side. When Josh shares the release hub, bookmark that spot and start getting into a habit of just checking in regularly.
Before we wrap up, do you have the microphone to like our customer base here? Is there any last final piece of advice that you want to share as it relates to these releases?
We're in a partnership here, so as soon as we have our pre-releases out and ready and we share that it's time to go and look at them in next, it's a great opportunity to test these features out before it actually impacts any live workflows. But aside from that, I just want to thank our customers. I think we're so lucky to have customers who care very deeply about the product. We often get feedback through our different channels, and we really take all feedback extremely seriously. So if you ever start playing around with a feature and it just doesn't work, or you have an idea to improve or enhance it, talk to us over on Masterminds. We often have surveys running throughout in the product. We want to hear more. So thank you so much for everyone who has partnered with us. And yeah, I'm very excited to hear what everyone thinks about everything else.
That wraps up our release highlights for the winter 2026 release. And like Carla said, pin and save that release hub and keep an eye out for all our pre-releases as we come out with more exciting stuff. So thank you so much, Carla, for joining us. And thank you all for listening. We'll catch you on the next episode.